The thing that changed my life, I didn't even know that I needed it. You see, sometimes the things that change your life don't come when you're ready. They come when you need them. I was doing everything right on the outside, but something wasn't quite right inside. I was having headaches all the time, really bad tension headaches. I could feel them right here. And I was so tired. I was actually anemic. And I just thought that being tired was part of being a busy mom. And so I was searching for who I was, because somewhere along the way, I lost myself. I had no idea who I was. I was really struggling. I wanted so badly to feel better. I wanted more energy. I wanted to find my passion and find who I really was. I knew I wasn't showing up as me because I didn't even know who me was. I was feeling so disconnected, and I started to realize that this wasn't how I was supposed to be feeling. And I was trying to eat healthy. I was cutting calories so that I could try to lose all that stubborn weight. I was also putting and pushing through the fatigue because I didn't have time to rest. I could rest later. And I just thought all I need to do is try harder. Just try harder, Debbie. And then that was when I was introduced to John Gray. And he taught me something I had no idea I needed to learn. It was about sugar. Now, I knew that sugar wasn't good for me, but I had been thinking of sugar all this time as a conscious choice that I was making to eat empty calories. I was just wasting calories until he showed me that it was more than just empty calories. I saw my life flash before my eyes as he talked about this loop that sugar takes us on over and over again. It was as if he was talking to me directly, just me and no one else. And at that moment, I realized two things. Number one, I was addicted to sugar. And number two, if I didn't do something about it, it was just going to get worse. But I had no idea how I was going to make this change. And then, by some miracle of miracles, you could say, a documentary landed in my inbox called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. And I found this reboot. It was a Joe Cross reboot talking about in his documentary that changed my life. And as I did my own version of this reboot based on what I had available for resources at the time, something interesting happened. I started to get more energy. I started to have more clarity. And I found my passion of all things from this documentary that I had no idea I needed. And when I started to feel like myself again, I've learned about this idea of simplicity. Because if something is simple, it's probably the real thing. See, real things are simple. And that's why I do what I do. If something like this could change my whole life, what if that moment was available to you? What if? Now is actually a great time to make changes in your life. It's a great time because we're heading into spring. It's a new start and a beautiful time for rebirth, if you want to say. So I am looking for 5 women, just 5 women who feel like they're ready for a shift. I'm going to be guiding a small group through an 8-week Rooted Reboot where we will simplify everything: food, your energy, your habits, and we will actually make it stick. Because if it doesn't stick, what's the point? This is not a course. I'm working with you. We're going to do this together. And if something inside of you is listening to this and thinking, this might be for me, just send me an email and then we can have a conversation about it and see if it's a fit. Because that's how it started for me. Something showed up and I said yes. And it changed everything.